everyone. Hello, welcome again. It's another week, guys. It's another week. Welcome to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Noye. At the core of what I do is to inspire healthy eating and a healthy lifestyle. If you want to know more about me, you can find me on healthfulnoye.com or my Instagram page, healthfulnoye, where I'm more active. So today I will be sharing with you a lovely lasagna recipe. I've done that in two ways. My previous video, which is the bolognese sauce, I did mention that I was going to share something you can make with that sauce. So that's what I'm sharing with you guys today. It's a very beautiful recipe, and it's a family-friendly recipe. My kids love it. My husband loves it. Everyone just loves it. And you know, if you're a parent and you're struggling with packed lunch idea, this is just the perfect one. It's worked for me, and I'm sure it's going to work for you too. So, you know, this recipe, I've done it in two ways. One, I've used a regular flour for my white sauce, and then the second method, I used a flour alternative, ARROWROOT. ARROWROOT is a flour alternative. It's called a low glycemic index. So it's a healthier alternative, and it's just beautiful if you're looking to keep things a little bit healthier. And it's low calorie as well. So if you're looking to just keep your lasagna a little bit healthier and lower in calories, so you want to use that method. So whichever way you swing, it's still just gonna come out well. So yes, that's what we're going to do today. And you guys, if you love it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, guys, please subscribe and just smash that subscribe button, and so that you can turn on your notification button so that you can get updates as soon as I share my recipe. And yes. So guys, here we are. I mentioned earlier that I used two methods, but I forgot to mention that I've used the skillet and the oven method. It doesn't really matter. The skillet method is just for lazy days. If you're having a lazy day and you want something quick and nice and just something easy, then you can use the skillet method. I've used the Saladmaster skillet, and then the oven method obviously is a traditional one, is also as good. So these are all the ingredients that we need today. You need that's Leek, cheese, cheddar cheese, wholemeal lasagna, the ground arrowroot powder, milk, garlic, nutmeg, bay leaves, and oil. So don't worry about the ingredients. I'm going to link the recipe on the description box. So let's just crack on. So I've just used 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then I've put my frozen leek in just now with the garlic. So again, you can use onions instead of the leek, but it's just that I have this one and I'm just wanting to use them up. So, and plus it adds a bit of, you know, taste, flavor to it, to your sauce, your white sauce. So this is me making this white sauce now. Put into, is that 2 or 3 bay leaves? So to be honest, if you don't want to be, if you don't want to have, if you don't want the flavor of bay leaf, you can just leave that out, but yes, 2 or 3 will be fine. So I'm going in with the arrowroot powder. I'm using roughly 2 tablespoons. Or even more. And then I'll go in with, that's like 500 ml of milk. I'm going to add more because I think I've added more than 2 tablespoons of my arrowroot. So it's quite tricky. It's a tricky one. Another way to do this is to make a slurry of with the arrowroot with milk before adding, instead of adding straight on. But if you're anything like me, I don't like spending so much time in the kitchen, so I just kind of like to just go quick. So yes, you can make a slurry first and then crack on. But hey, yeah, so that's what it looks like. That's my my white sauce. At this point, I'm going to add more milk. I'm going to use some unsweetened almond milk just to loosen it up a little bit. So that's the tricky thing about arrowroot. You just have to really stick to 1 to 2 tablespoons. Again, at the end of the day, what you want to do is, if you don't like you can see all the vegetables sticking out. If you don't like that you can blend that up. Okay, so I'm going to take out the bay leaves now because you don't want that in your lasagna. You want to take that out. It's just enough to flavor the sauce, the white sauce. So I've gone in with my cheddar cheese. That's about 150 grams of cheddar cheese. Again, feel free to use less or use any cheese alternative for those of you who have dietary requirements. At this point, if you want to add like a pinch of salt or pepper, you can freely do so, but I don't think there's need for it because the cheese is already salty. So yeah, so that's the skillet method. Going in with, and that's a nutmeg. I forgot to put that straight on, but yes, either you put it in the white sauce or you put it in your sauce, in your beef sauce. So what I love about this skillet method is that you can pretty much cook this anywhere. You can take your skillet out for camping and you can make yourself something beautiful like this. Or if you're out and about or you've traveled and you still want to have that joy of having a comfort meal wherever you are, you can just do this. So, and I'm using the Saladmaster skillet. And another good thing about this method is that you don't have to pre-cook the pasta sheets, so you can just cook straight on. And that's what I call it, lazy. It's a lazy it's a lazy method. But hey, yeah, so if you're anything like me, if you don't like spending too much time in the kitchen, this method works really well. And again, the beautiful thing about this skillet is that it keeps your it cooks your lasagna at a very low temperature, 86 degrees, which is fab, meaning that you have all your nutrients intact. So yes. Again, yeah, I'm just topping up and making my layers. I know different people do layer up their sauces in different ways. Some people start with their beef first before the white sauce. To be honest, either way it's fine, but this is how I do mine. Sometimes I start with the beef before the white sauce and then just keep layering. But yeah, I suppose it works. Right, this is going to be really saucy. This is really going to be very saucy. So again, if you don't like your lasagna very saucy, you don't have to put all the white sauce. You can just have a little bit. But my kids love it this way, and I try to just do it the way they like it. I'm just gonna top up with a little bit of cheese. So in addition to your 150 grams of cheddar cheese, you want to leave some out for extra topping. And I'm going in with oregano and Italian spice just for that flavor burst, for additional flavor burst, guys. It makes a difference. So you've got nutmeg in here, and you've got oregano, and then you've got Italian spice. It's just a beautiful. As I'm speaking to you, it smells really amazing. It smells really good. Brilliant. So that's it done. I'm just gonna yeah. So this is our skillet method. It's all cooked. Ordinarily, you're meant to leave it to cool down, but I don't think I have time for that. So I'm just so much in a hurry. So yeah, so I would advise or recommend, if you're using the skillet method, you leave it to cool down for at least about 10 or 5 minutes just to get things a little bit solid before you dish. But this is what it looks like. It's beautiful, it smells amazing, and extra sauce wouldn't hurt, guys. Especially this time of the year, you need all that comfort and all that coziness from your meal. And that's the oven method. I did the oven method as well, just to show you what it looks like. Yeah, whichever one you go, whichever way you go, you're still gonna get the same results depending on how you like it. So guys, let's move on to the oven method. I will show you exactly how I've done this, so you can see how beautiful that looks. Again, we have our ragu sauce, our beef sauce from the last time. Just the beauty of having your sauces already made, pre-made, it makes all the difference. It just means that you can have your meal or have your dish cooked in less time than you would ever. So this time I'm just using onions, red onions for my white sauce for no particular reason. Yeah, again, you know, the first one I did, I used Leek, but now I'm using, just to tell you that you can play around with what you have. It doesn't really make a difference. So allow the onions to saute for about 5 minutes, or caramelize. Then you add 4 tablespoons of flour, regular white flour, and then I'm going in with the same amount of milk, 500 ml. So my water is boiling. Multitasking here, guys. So this method, I'm going to pre-cook my pasta sheets. I'm pre-cooking the pasta sheets in salted water. So the difference in this method is that it's a little bit softer. Your pasta sheet is softer at the end. So to be honest, I don't see any difference, because with the skillet method, the pasta is perfectly cooked as well. So either way, it's fine. Then you want to blend up. You can just use a hand blender to just smoothen up your white sauce. So what I've done with the pasta sheets, I've cooked them and cooled them down in cold water and just cut it into squares, just to be able to, just to make it easy to fit into the pan. Again, if you want to go in with your beef first, your beef sauce, your sauce first, that's perfectly fine. But I'm going in with the white sauce first, and then I'm going to top up with the beef, just like I did in the previous one. So whichever way you decide to go, it's still perfectly fine, guys. Another alternative, another option for this, if you really want to keep this super, if you want to keep your calorie really low on this, you want to use cottage cheese instead of making the white sauce. So you can skip the white sauce completely and use cottage cheese instead, because it has less fat, and it's just is a recommended low calorie alternative to your white sauce and other cheese. So yes, if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. Again, I'm going in with my white sauce, and I'll just repeat the process. Finally, I'm just going to top up with extra cheese for that lovely crisp. What I like to do sometimes is also to add like breadcrumbs on top, just to give it a bit more crunch, and my kids love that, but I've not done that today. But if you want to try that, and let me know how it goes. I'm going in with a bit of nutmeg just to finish off the flavor, as it smells amazing. Don't forget this part. Get in a bit of nutmeg, pop in the oven and cook for 35-45 minutes. That's it, guys. Just look how beautiful that is. So again, I said this is just a lovely family friendly recipe, and if you want to at this point serve or just store it in the fridge or portion out into bowls and freeze, it's completely fine. I do this a lot and I freeze for up to 2 weeks. Great for packed lunch, easy way of just ensuring that your kids are getting home cooked meals every time, and it works 100% every time, guys. So I've just garnished with coriander leaves or parsley leaves, whatever you fancy, or it's not really important, but for just extra flavor. Thanks for watching, guys, and